Welcome to a brand new episode of Reality. This time we present you the parallel world of reality trademark. During this episode, we will see what happens after some humans flew to the moon in 1969. Shortly after, other humans invented mobile computers and developed them until they became artificial intelligence. However, new threats in the form of invisible, microscopic particles continue to threaten humanity. In addition, humans have to face riots and demonstrations due to racist and sexist societies, hunger, and even a locust plague. And of course, climate change and environmental threats are still a big problem. But all this doesn't stop the optimism of some humans to create the city of the future with a half-mile-high tower and artificial islands. Today, we will follow the history of Santiago Pina, who believes to be a descendant of moon people, trying to find his place on Earth. Well, let's see how humans are doing today. Smithson 71E, drone camera view in 3, 2, 1.
Santiago Pina. I am a fashion designer, artist, and the founder of a clothing brand called Reality Trademark. Some time ago, I did a fashion show where I implemented face masks in prints of doctors. At the same time, I was often using emergency alarm sounds in the music I produced. I never exactly knew why I did this. I just somehow had to do it. 1 year later, I know my subconsciousness was trying to tell me something. I couldn't read it. Now it's 2020 and the world is a different one. Life has become stranger than any movie, and not even Hollywood writers in their most overdosed dreams could have written the story we witness every day. But how did we get here? The butterfly effect proposes that something as insignificant as the flap of a butterfly's wings can cause a string of actions resulting in the apocalypse. The effect, scientifically proven by mathematician Edward and Laurin, is the biggest key to understanding reality. One small action, seemingly too small to have any relevance in the human eye, can crash the whole planet, and the world would never be the same again. Recently, on one of my flights, my seat got cancelled. I had to stay overnight in a weird apartment hotel in the middle of the German forest. Everything seemed abandoned. I had a weird feeling and a gigantic apartment for myself. The world seemed alone, and I felt as if I was one of the last survivors in a world where time was melting like one of Dali's clocks. But I had no idea that this was only a small trailer for what was about to come. But at that time, I was fed up of being underappreciated. I wanted to become famous, I wanted to become a star. That night, I had a dream. I dreamed about how did we get here? How did we get here? This time, everything is possible. I was in the right place at the right time. Hey, el boy paranormal de Abloh, yo te lo dije. I went to a celebrity-filled gallery opening for an ATM handed your free money.
How many people have you seen with 100?
There were sculptures by Daniel Arsham, who creates future relics like idols. While the creative director of Louis Vuitton, Virgil Abloh, arrived in a hall of paparazzis, I started to feel different. When his friend and influencer Luka Sabbat told me that he likes my jeans, which were mainly self-made from stuff I bought at a souvenir shop around the corner, while he was wearing a $50,000 iced-out watch, I realized, tonight, everything is possible. Fake it till you make it. I dressed up, put some grills on, and people started talking to me and taking pictures as if I was a star. Within a few hours, my dreams became true, and I became Santiago Pina.
Just give me an extra $1. $1. Thank you. I'm a good actor, right?
Yeah.
Do you want a receipt?
Yeah, please.
Yeah? Alright, here you go, man.
Thanks.
Have a fun day.
Yeah, thanks, you
Enjoy your
too.
travels.
Thank you.
Good luck on that movie.
Thanks.
No, put the camera, like your team.
Yo Brian, can you play my song, Activo? I just wrote it before I got to Miami and it's Miami vibes, man. You got to play this, man. You got to hear it. You got to hear it. Yeah.
Yo soy el Pope y yo soy del bloque, mami, yo lo sé, no me equivoque, yo siempre estoy activo, todavía soy el mismo, no miro para el piso, para el cielo mismo, no sé si tú oíste ya, este es más que un éxito ya, yo soy el Pope de cabeza hasta los pies, ropa de marca pero pobre, así es, yo ni fumo ni tomo drogas, no necesito porque ya me odias. ¿Y por qué? Porque hago que siempre quisiste hacer. Y hacer esto para mí es un placer. Mami, yo lo sé, no soy un maleante, pero el mundo sabe lo que yo seguiré para adelante, el mundo sabrá lo que cante, ni soy el mismo de antes, ahora soy el mismo, ni soy ese cabrón que todo pensaba. Yo soy mucho mejor para todo el año. Yo soy el golpe porque te quedes con él. Si soy yo quien te puede dar el verdadero placer. ¿Y por qué? Porque hago que siempre quisiste hacer. Y hacer esto para mí es un placer. Mami, yo sé.
was looking at the mansions on Star Island the next day from the rich and famous Star Island cruise, I realized when something feels too good to be true, there's a high probability that it is too good to be true. And I knew that at one point I would have to wake up. I decided to become an actor. I initially planned to star in a movie called The Cinematic Life. I hoped that by participating in this movie, I could change my life that drastically that it would become cinematic. The name of the movie was changed to Reality, but I managed to get the main role. A few weeks later, I received death threats on social media because of a misunderstanding. That's when I understood that being rich and famous maybe isn't for me. But I still managed to get exhibited at Art Basel, the most important art fair in the world. What the hell was that? Where am I? Where am I?
Hello.
Who are you? I thought I rented this apartment for myself.
Well, I'm an actress.
Okay.
Didn't you say before that you felt like an actor? So here I am. You won't be the only actor here anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
And doesn't it look like a deja vu? I think I have the sensation that you have been here before. It was in your dreams or on the internet?
Deja vus, they always scare me because I think they show a glitch in my reality, which is supposed to be a linear, unbreakable truth.
If you questioned that the reality is an illusion or not, your mind has the ability to be triggered that a mentally generated world is a common nightly event.
Last night I had a dream that I was in a movie or something. It just felt so realistic. I don't really know what happened, but today I just feel like an actor somehow. Something's off.
Each person lives in three different worlds. The world that is, the world that is perceived, and the world that is dreamt. Each world is separated on its own, but also it's connected to the others. The world that is a world that we really experience. You know?
Wait. How can I have this t-shirt right here? I remember that in my dream I was at this art exhibition in Design District, the most lavish place. It even had ATMs there and they handed you out free money. And most influential people from the fashion industry, they were there. And they produced these shirts right there at the venue. So if that was a dream, how can I have this t-shirt right here?
Well, dreaming can be a springboard. If you question whether your reality is an illusion or not, your mind has the ability to be tricked that a mentally generated world is a common nightly event. If you argue that your reality is not simulated, you have to keep in mind that the sleeping person is not reliable to difference reality from illusion. And only in a lucid dream you get a meta-insight into your state.
So let's explore this surreal city.
Perhaps none of this is real, and in a simulated world this city has another name. Anyway, I'm Lana. What's your name?
My name is Del Bloque.
And where did you get this jacket from? Is it a design from Virgil?
In fact, I designed it by myself. Why do this brown block always remind me of a certain place? It was a city in Colombia, I guess, one of the biggest cities there, and it's known for this type of brown blocks. Its name starts with an M. Meanwhile, this building looks like an M too.
And it's located on Avinguda de Colombia, which translates to Colombian Avenue.
Oh, that's true.
Well, maybe this can help you. Only you see it when it's dark outside.
Thank you.
And now I have to go. So it was nice to meet you and see you on the screen.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Take care.
You too. Bye.
That night, I tried out my sculpture, translucent calculator. A future relic I made from resin, where I implemented a cross from a rosary which glows in the dark. Even if this version of reality seemed quite interesting, I was too curious about the city in Colombia, whose name starts with an M. If I'm in a movie, maybe a resin sculpture also works as a remote control to change reality. Let's try it out. Mountains of small houses rise across around the city, like these brown brick blocks in El Poblado neighborhood. Entire cities with different laws inside the same land. Dozens of different realities.
It worked! It worked, man! I'm here!
Hey! Welcome to Medellin, Colombia!
Hello!
Hey, what
Nice
work?
to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Santiago. I got a translucent sculpture and I pressed a button to change my reality. And now I'm here. I was in a similar city, like a prototype. And now I'm here, in the real version.
In Medellin, Colombia. Okay, welcome. Hey, what do you think when you look at this?
I think of dreams, like dreams you have at night. I don't remember them often, but daydreams I have them a lot. So I always try to make them true. So that's what I'm doing at the moment right now here, doing research about the city's plans, architecture.
Trying to become the dream a reality,
Yes.
pretty much.
El boy baby.
¿Quién es la persona enigmática de ayer que no encontraste? Ella me dijo, es mi cara, Marcel.
La realidad no que entras en mi cara parte, pero en la tua esta parte. Yo soy el boy paranormal del bloque, nací en Lille, Medellín, mi historia no tiene fin, mi vida es una película surrealista, pero es un juego también, no olvidas.
¿Dónde puedo vivir
I started to buy hand sanitizer. In the first days here, I got sick. I was walking around the busy streets where I was living. I inhaled the smog and I felt it in my throat. A weird feeling. A few hours later, I got sick. I was sick about 5 days. When I felt better, it was my 21st birthday. On the 24th of June. A special moment, but I was alone. The entire day I tried to meet someone so I wouldn't feel that lonely anymore. I went to the shopping center like on most days.
Hey, Laurin.
There I felt safe and less alone.
Oh my god. Medellin, Colombia. Oh,
Representing my fashion.
ok. Bien, Laurin. Ok. Tomás. Eso. Ok.
Chain from Christopher Kites. Sweater made by me. Fake Casio watch, blue one. Yeah, that's right.
And that night I went for my first fashion show and I just thought, one day I want to have a fashion show myself.
To find your assigned seat. Remember that the first rows are exclusively for fashion-specific press and special guests. Please respect their allocation. Please do not walk on the runway. Instead, walk on the sideways in order to reach your assigned seat. In an emergency, please stay calm. Identify the nearest emergency exit and walk. Acompañamos sueños y los impulsamos para que se hagan realidad. Somos una industria creativa que convierte sueños en negocios con visión global. Creamos nuevas realidades. Somos la unión de miles de corazones palpitando al ritmo de la moda.
Hola.
Hi, I am Blanca.
Nice to meet you. I'm Santiago.
So today we're doing research about architect and plans for your project.
Yes, that's right. So I think the weather here is really special. One night I was in my apartment and there were like lightning strikes every 5 seconds and it didn't even rain or I didn't even heard thunder. It's like someone turning the light on and off and it didn't stop. Also at night the whole city, which is in a valley, starts glimmering because the cars up in the hills, they're moving. So Medellin is a city with the most lightning strikes on earth. In the place where a little Medellin is, it also has these plants, banana trees, and they're much smaller and it's rare to see them. But some people have them in their gardens, but they have to take really care of them so they stay during the winter. In the south of my country they really grow and they even have small bananas.
And your movie is about this building.
Yes, like Medellin is characterized by these round brick blocks. Other places. So yeah, it's about these buildings and you really see them everywhere here. Like also in less exclusive neighborhoods, everything is built with these ladrillos, brown bricks. Also these bamboo trees here, they have them too in Little Medellin.
So it is like a real person and they're like a version that's bigger of the
Yes, and I'm helping to create it.
Oh, cool. So keep me updated and then meet in the digital reality again.
Yeah, sure.
Persone
public transport system. I took the metro and admired the city's views. The Metro Cable, an urban cable car, takes you to the favelas in the hills. Its residents had to take many different buses and walk over 7 hills to the city. What previously took more than 2 hours is now possible in 30 minutes. They also install electric escalators up the hills. Now, life is a lot easier for the people in these neighborhoods. When I was in Medellin, I often thought about reality. I came to the conclusion that there are different parallel worlds inside the city which sometimes collide, but mostly stay in their own bubble of reality. And for the first time, I realized that reality is stranger than fiction. One night, I bought a chocolate in a park. Only when I saw the shocked gaze of the people around me, I realized that it was a misunderstanding. There was something inside. Half an hour later, I couldn't feel my body anymore. I felt like a ghost. I was then scared. I lost my vision and couldn't hear for some seconds, then I woke up. It went 10 times or so like this. I thought I was going to die. My heart was racing and breath was short. When I woke up in my bed a few hours later, I thought everything was a dream. But then I looked at my phone and realized this was reality.
So we're here at Parque Norte in Medellin, experiencing a boat ride through the jungle, and as you can see, many tropical, subtropical plants, palm trees, some animals. Yeah, it's rather special out here.
El boy P del bloque. Yo quiero vivir mi vida preferida. Yo soy el boy P, saca o me siga. Mi pistola tiene agua, pa'lante y me lava. Yo. El modo ya se acaba, supe hasta mañana y después también. Yo tengo más de 100, yo no soy rico pero tengo más de 100. Y espera, quiero comer melones, damas melos, perdón, ya. Yo soy volver hasta que me muero, ojalá que ellos entendieron, hasta que me muero, ojalá que ellos entendieron, ya. Yo soy volver hasta que me muero, ojalá que ellos entendieron, ya. Yo sigo viviendo paranormal way, yo te lo dije porque es así, ven. Yo soy el boy y yo siempre seré, yo bebo jarabe de menta, es bien rico, ya recuerdo. Yo vivo en el Medellín, en su rico sin fin, parece el poblado, bloque marrón yo lo trago, con el olor de la lluvia tropical, es muy fácil de practicar. Yo soy el boy hasta que me muero, ojalá que ellos entendieron, hasta que me muero, ojalá que ellos entendieron,
The last 2 months I was here in Medellin, Colombia. I learned a lot about the city's plans, architecture, climate, food, and everything else that inspired little Medellin. So now I have to go back there and see you soon, Colombia. Thank you.
Another impossible city, I'm feeling trippy. Medellin, my city, come my decky with me. I question this reality. This is not my place to be. Everything I see feels unreal. Everything I want, I can feel. Black tactical west on me. Chocolate Jeremy, and it says a boy. If you could only see why no one loves me.
Hey, Perla, yeah. In my first dream, I was in Miami, and then I woke up in some strange city in Spain with a lot of skyscrapers. There was an actress on my balcony, which I've never seen before, and there was a building in this city which looked like an M. It was 200 meters high. What's on the Colombia street. And suddenly I was in Medellin, and there, reality, it felt so much stranger than fiction. And I always thought that time, it was like a chewing gum. So it was like a fantasy about these blocks, and yeah, they were always present, and I think we have to meet in a barrio, and yeah, I have to tell you everything, and maybe we could even film this, I don't know. So alright, yeah, see you soon, bye.
Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm a bit confused. Yeah.
So, tell me.
Yeah, so these blocks where we live in, they were always in my mind. in these places. And yeah, everything was so similar. These buildings, they almost looked the same. Even the plants, they were the same. It also had these bamboo trees. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, these blocks, they remind me so much of Medellin.
Yeah, and I'm Colombian and I live here.
Yeah. And you went swimming?
Yeah, they gave me a new towel.
That's cool.
It's nice, right?
Hola, yo soy colombiana y vivo acá en Little Medellín. La arquitectura de este barrio se parece mucho a la de Medellín. Mucha gente colombiana vive acá en esos bloques. Hay música colombiana, comida colombiana, todo lo que tu corazón colombiano desee. Así que, si eres colombiana, vente a vivir acá en Little Medellín. Hola, hola, Santiago, ¿cómo estás?
Todavía tenemos que hablar inglés por una razón.
Ok, pues bueno, sí, claro.
Bien, empezó en una nueva oficina de arquitectura. Está trabajando justamente con ladrillos.
Ay, como esto.
Exacto, sí.
Pero tu hermana no construyó esto, ¿no?
No, pero se inspira bastante en esto.
Aquí, sí, esto a mí también me parece que da mucha inspiración.
Sí, podríamos abrir un restaurante o algo así en el edificio pequeño allí.
Sí.
Encima,
¿Cómo lo llamaríamos?
Little Medellín.
¿Por qué no? Con tantos colombianos que viven acá.
¿Verdad?
Se podría. Santiago, but why don't you just stop messing around with the viewer and tell him the truth about it?
Be careful with the reality! If you change it, it can hurt you! Wait!
Está loco. Yo ya no entiendo nada. ¿Tú?
Yo tampoco. Simplemente se fue corriendo.
Está loco.
Sí.
Aquí.
Oh.
I was just messing around with you.
Okay.
Clothing is just something they put on in the morning and don't think too much about it. But once you wear a piece of reality, your mindset starts to change. Reality is not a lifestyle. It is another world. Each time you're wearing reality, you can feel how it is to be a human person that stands on a balcony on the 154th floor. Then you look down and see a city that races out of clouds. And you think, this is reality. It might look like the future, or even like a dream. But with reality, anything is possible. Due to reality being trademarked, the whole thing seems serious. But you shouldn't take it too serious. In fact, it's about having fun and pushing the limits of how far you can push something by thinking. And with something, we mean reality.
Felicidades, has llegado a tu destino.
Okay, so we're here at the fashion shooting for reality trademark SS 2020. So yeah, stay tuned.
Inside my delusional bubble of still wanting to become a star, I knew I had to travel to the city of the future. These blocks weren't enough for me. I wanted skyscrapers, the highest ones in the world. I wanted to live above the clouds and drink chewing gum water. And that's what I did. I booked an Airbnb on the 66th floor and a plane ticket for $400. I never thought that it was so easy to get into the future. Who wouldn't be curious?
Welcome on flight WY603, Mr. Pina. My name is Alexa. I'll be your guide in the city of the future. In about 20 minutes, you'll arrive in the future. Please keep your seatbelt fastened and all your electronic devices in flight mode. You will live in the 380-meter high Elite Residence Tower during your stay. Please proceed to the elevator. 66th floor. You have arrived on the 66th floor. Your room number is 6601. From the balcony, you have a view over the artificial Palm Island. At the crown, you see the Atlantis Hotel with the Lost Chambers Aquarium. Later today, you will discover the lost world of Atlantis.
So that's my room here in the future. There it is on the 66th floor, as you can see.
I am now on the monorail that connects the mainland with the artificial Palm Island. On the right there's a skyline with the 828-meter high tower and a bunch of artificial private islands. There's the Atlantis Hotel, my destination. And on the right, there's Atlantis Suite, a new hotel under construction with a Shop of Reality trademark.
You have arrived at Atlantis. Please proceed to the ambassador building.
There are over 65,000 species inside the 11 million liter aquarium. The walls are almost 1 meter thick. I started to feel sick.
Mr. Pina, if you feel nausea, you should sit down for 15 minutes. The walls of the aquarium glass are 77 centimeters thick. This creates an illusion that the floor moves under the aquarium, which may cause nausea.
My sculpture helps me. It's a piece of ocean with a lost miniature book inside. It is from the first jewelry collection of Reality trademark.
Mr. Pina, if you feel digital, just remember, the future is digital. You are a person. Because you are in another country, the electromagnetic fields are different, which may cause side effects. Because this is the future, people are already wearing face masks.
Soldier, no one gets me, but I'm sober. I have some sort of disease, but don't know what it is. Have you ever woke up with no friends? Woke up with no friends. People they don't want friends, but don't know always with no friends. Hey, have you ever been friends that you don't understand them? I'm alone, no one cares about me. I'm from my family, friends.
In the future, the butterfly effect is one of the most valued theories. Cars with doors opening like a butterfly's wings are driven by the biggest influencer. At the headquarters of Tesla, a 250-meter high building with a sky bridge, investors meet and discuss new ideas every day. They want to create a flying car.
Social media is a trap, this life gets me trapped, ayy. I listen to trap and I'm feeling trapped, ayy.
Mr. Pina, you are now in Miracle Garden. All made of real flowers, Miracle Garden is a relic of the past world. What used to be an adventure park in the past is now a relic of how our world used to look, and its nature covered it with flowers over time. Here, you feel the chewing gum structure of time. You have arrived at Garden Glow. Season 5 is now over. Please enjoy talking to the artificial sheep. Aren't they cute? You will be provided with glowing shoes for your experience.
The name of the Museum of Illusions is an illusion. This is the only place where you can experience how reality really is. After all this sightseeing, I needed to do some sports. I was an athlete in the past. I ran 100-meter and 200-meter sprint races. This is the perfect place to train. I can race sports cars and motorbikes. My shoes automatically fit the color of the bridge. celebration of Glow Day, the tower is having a light show. Right in this moment, I feel the future is now. This is the future. Blue Waters Island. On this artificial island, there is a mysterious light that lights the whole facade of a specific hotel on the Palm Island blue every evening. Similar to the green light in The Great Gatsby, it is a symbol of mystery and nostalgia. In the future, everything is constructed. People bend nature in order to fit their needs. The last place where you can see how the world used to be is the Bird and Wildlife Sanctuary at Rothel Core. Today I'm watching flamingos and other rare species. On the horizon, the future awaits.
المحطة القادمة هي Financial Center, Khalifa, Dubai Mall. The next station is Business Bay. المحطة القادمة هي أبراج الإمارات. The next station is Emirates Towers.
Here at the Future Foundation, and right there, the building before was the Museum of the Future that they're creating. At the moment it's still under construction and it will open in a few months. Here are the 3D printed offices, the Future Academy, the Future Foundation, and everything else that the City of the Future needs.
I worked with Santiago Pina and his future scenes. Like we went to many places like Blue Water Island, Level 43, Sky, and Dubai Mall, and many more places. I'm looking forward to see his final results, and that's it. Thank you so much.
water, light water, or the rose water. Level 43, the entrance to the future. Welcome to the tower. The 828-meter high building is the highest structure in this version of the world. Mr. Pina, you are now entering the tower. The entrance is located in the world's biggest shopping mall. Please proceed to the security control. After that, you take the elevator to the 154th floor.
भगवान तो शुभ बोलते रहे, बहुत ही ज्यादा काली जबान बाप जैसी हो रखी है।
ये 154 तक है देखो।
Mr. Pina, I wrote a poem about your journey. Maybe it will help you to understand these special moments you're experiencing here. Eternity is over. I ate the last sweets with rose petals. They tasted strange and overwhelming. Time is a chewing gum around here. In the desert surrounding the city, big chewing gum sculptures fight on thin ladders against the wind. This is the epicenter of time.
Alexa, what's wrong with you? Why are you writing poems? I thought you're an artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence can write poetry too. On the cover of the book I am reading, there is a clock. When I open the book, the clock starts working. When I close the book, it stops. While I am reading the book, the clock melts like one of Dali's clocks. I take my phone out and I can see through it. On the other side, the illusion stops. They say time is an illusion. But what would the chewing gum say if he had a voice? On the pier in Santa Monica, a woman called Alexa jumped into the waves. Once you heard her echo, you knew she was a descendant from the Amazon.
That night, I was imprisoned by a rich, influential guy. He wanted to take advantage of me and wouldn't let me go. He tried to manipulate and touch me where I didn't want it. In a supermarket, I managed to escape. After running over a 5-lane highway and taking a taxi, I finally got home to the 66th floor. The taxi driver was worried I was a thief because I was running so fast. GTA style. When something feels too good to be true, there's a high probability that it is too good to be true. And I knew that at one point I would have to wake up. But this time, the nightmare never ended, even when I woke up.
Am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? Please tell me I am okay. I hope I am okay. I have to face reality.
With an emergency information. When a movie is called reality, there's a possibility that it can get out of control. Unfortunately, that's what happened. You are in the last open cinema on Earth. All other cinemas, shopping centers, concerts, sport events, restaurants, barbershops, and shops are closed. If you now wonder how that much happened in only 1 hour, I have to crush your illusion. You have been here for several months. Remember when Mr. Pina said that time is like a chewing gum? While watching a movie, time can fly by. Like reality, time is a chewing gum-like structure that melts or freezes depending on its circumstances. Half of Australia was burning. Chernobyl is burning. There is a locust plague in Africa. Islands are sinking into the sea. Tornadoes, tsunamis, and earthquakes became regular. Judgment Day has never been so close. And if people told me that 2020 is gonna be a movie, they might have imagined a different genre, like Santiago Pina. Due to the mysterious lung disease COVID-19, the world outside has drastically changed since you started watching. While in New York, Times Square is abandoned and the Senate had to approve billions to help the country, the future gets sterilized and remains on lockdown. In Spain and Italy, where hundreds of new deaths surge every day, the government is using drones to force people to go home. A few years ago, people came into the cinema to watch a blockbuster movie about a deadly contagious virus that conquers the world. Today, you're quarantined in this cinema by federal law and you're watching reality, where a deadly contagious virus conquers the world.
Scientists in China are trying to determine if a new virus strain is responsible for pneumonia outbreak in the city of Wuhan.
China says the number of people infected by a mysterious respiratory virus has more than tripled over the weekend.
China today says it has confirmed cases of lost their lives in China.
And it is going to get worse. Do you fear this will increase the kind of scale of suffering we've seen in Italy?
Regrettably, the answer is yes.
Blue call is coming in more than nurse to the reality of working on the front line and managing huge numbers.
Maybe scared because of
the US now has more reported cases of the coronavirus than any other country in the world.
The number of cases in the US jumped again overnight to at least 102,000 with 1,600 deaths.
Either leave the territory or go into quarantine. But they're drawing a line when it comes to the critical engine of the city's economy. We do not rule out this possibility, the city's economy secretary tells me. But at this point in time, the casinos in Macau are totally safe. For now, Macau's glittering gambling houses are still open. But like the rest of China, the city is struggling with the new virus. Everyone here agrees this is just the beginning of the crisis.
Before it gets better, the case numbers will go
up.
Do you fear that we're heading
still to endure
on a scale of
better days will return?
Regrettably, the answer is yes.
A blue call is coming in, warns the nurses. This is the reality of working in managing change.
This is your window to the world, your window to reality. Today, we have a special report and we have the luck to show you a diary directly from Mr. Santiago Pina, who escaped from the future only to get quarantined once back home. Mr. Pina, how do you feel?
I guess I'm okay. I had to escape again. After fleeing from the future, taking a moonlight flight back to Switzerland, where I live, I started to study again. I'm an art student actually, so I started going to university again and just living life. I've never been so grateful to be back home. But it was too good to be true. 2 weeks later, my university got closed due to rising COVID cases. All stores, university, everything that you don't need for a living got closed. And I was living in a tiny apartment, like emergency alarm sounds 7 times a day or more. And I started to go crazy. I had panic attacks. One time I was in the shower. I thought I was going to die. I thought I couldn't breathe anymore. I already thought the emergency alarm coming to my house. So I had to escape again from this place, which was very tiny and narrow, to the place I really call home, the place where I was born, my parents' house. Sometimes I'm very afraid. I have weird body aches. My chest hurts, or my arm, or my throat, or like every day I have something new, or I have a headache, or sometimes I feel like my head is looking different. I don't know if I'm going crazy or not, or if it's just fear, if the aches, the pain I feel, if it's just something. Where the emergency sirens were only known from the movies and the news or Santiago Pina songs. This place is called Switzerland, and it's my home. While my engagement as an actor in this movie called Reality was coming to an end, I realized, while my life indeed became cinematic, it didn't work out as planned.
I'm going crazy, like. Fuck! Man, how is this gonna end? Like, I haven't been outside for 1 month because I'm too scared. Yeah. Who am I? Am I Santiago Pina? Do I live in Dillon, Medellin? Am I Santiago Pina? The person I want to be. The life I want to have. I made this shirt 2 years ago, and I had no clue. I just thought, well, this looks kinda cool, with the surgeons and my logo. But today, this shirt has a completely different meaning, and I would feel very weird wearing it in public. Every day, my hopes that everything is gonna be okay are getting smaller. I think somehow everything is gonna be okay, but I just know there are so many possibilities of a parallel universe means something different in the future, that somehow there has to be one. Sometimes I have the feeling maybe they die soon. I hope it's not true. I have the same name, but the only thing I know that I can truly be never lived such strange times. And all my wishes get fulfilled. Does that sound everything okay? What is a dream? What is reality? Is okay. Time is melting. I feel it. It crushes like stones, and it bends. I have to face like a chewing gum.
This one is scary because it isn't.
Scientists in China are trying to determine if a new virus strain is responsible for pneumonia outbreak. Scientists in China are trying to determine if a new virus strain is responsible for pneumonia outbreak in the city of Wuhan. Scientists in China are trying to determine if a new virus strain is responsible for pneumonia outbreak in the city of Wuhan.
China says the number of people infected by a mysterious respiratory virus has more than tripled over the weekend.
That virus is trying to raise the alarm because a new coronavirus. That virus is taking its strongly when they raise the alarm. That virus is taking its alarm.
The World Health Organization says the deadly coronavirus spread is getting stronger. The World Health Organization says the market is probably the source of this new virus.
Was everything just an illusion? So I guess life is like a game. Time is like a chewing gum, like this one I painted a few years ago.
visual artist. I'm a musician. This music you heard, I made it. This jewelry you saw, I made it. And these clothes, I made them. What do I gain from this? It's just my reason to be alive. Or I don't know what I should do if I wouldn't do all this stuff.
Dreams real and is reality fiction? I don't know. I don't know nothing anymore. The only thing I know that doctors and healthcare workers are the real heroes in our society. And not the people Hollywood tells us.
Now life is on hold. I can't travel anymore. We can't do anything anymore. We can't go to the cinema. We shouldn't even visit friends. Well, I don't have friends anyways, but you can't really do anything anymore, so it's the only thing I can do.
I think the ones who earn millions should be different people. But I'm no one to tell anyone how to live. I'm just a lone soldier trying to survive. Over time, I changed so much. I still have no clue who I really am. I hope one day I'll know it.
Every TV show, every show on Netflix, every movie I'm watching has things in it that make me think today this wouldn't be possible. Something as normal as a small gathering of friends. It's crazy.
Does this help against nightmares? I hope so. I wish I would live in a world where dreams are real and where reality is a dream. Does a world like this exist? Maybe in a parallel universe.
That's my song, man. I wrote this 2 years ago. Life is a game, man. This was a video clip I made like 2 years ago, when I still thought it would work out. I would become famous. I wore the surgical masks and I wore the bulletproof vest because I knew something's gonna happen.
Today, I went outside for the first time after 5 weeks. Until now, I was too afraid to step further than my garden.
An infected person that didn't know she was infected touched another person who touched her eyes because they were itching. Second person got infected. This person also didn't know. And they continued to touch surfaces and other people. Like that, in a few days hundreds of people got infected. Out of hundreds became thousands. Out of thousands, tens of thousands. And soon, hundreds of thousands. Millions. The lockdown of over 4 billion of people, half of the world's population. But it was too late.
I remember the day when I read in the newspaper, mysterious lung disease detected in China. I thought, man,
that sounds pretty scary, but at least it's far away. While reading bad news in the newspaper wasn't anything new, this time it was different. The problem didn't stay there. 2 months later, it's in front of my house, making me afraid to even set foot in my garden. And my brother already got infected. People are buying guns like crazy and making raids against the police, fully armed, while doctors and healthcare workers work 12-hour shifts to rescue as many lives as possible. There isn't enough space to store the dead bodies in some places, so they have to store them in tents on the streets. This, the butterfly effect.
In the largest public safety operation in Minnesota's history, local and state police and 4,000 members of the National Guard took a stand. Aggressively, in the largest public safety operation, local and state police and 4,000 members of the National Guard took a stand. I want to thank everybody participating in using tear gas, pepper spray, and draw weapons. I want to thank everyone participating for Today, a peaceful protest
connection with George Floyd's death.
Precinct has been compromised.
Third precinct is up in flames.
On Friday, one former officer was charged with murder and manslaughter in connection with George Floyd's death.
Today, I go to the doctor to see if I'm really okay. I am okay. Even if my life feels like a dramatic, lonely sci-fi reality show, I'm still grateful to be alive, to be able to breathe and see, to have privileges that other people don't have. There's always a person with worse luck and always one with better luck. Even if I'm in a cage, the cage is still golden. I always felt that I was trapped inside a wrong parallel world, and that somehow there is another version where things go a bit better. Maybe there, the small particles never escaped, and the world continued to live like it did before for many years. I try to eat as healthy as possible now. No more chewing gum water. I always thought 2020, that sounds so futuristic, so good. When something seems too good to be true, there's a high probability that it is too good to be true. I trademarked reality, but at the end, reality trademarked me. And at least I can say my life is like a movie.
On my neck. Did humanity get off lightly once again? Or do they have to face the catastrophic consequences for their actions? Find it out on tomorrow's episode of Reality. My name is Santiago Pina 783 and I'm the equivalent of the human Santiago Pina in one of the parallel universes of planet Earth. We call our place Globe 7. Most things in our world are identical to Earth. However, some things are slightly different. For example, we call the city of Benidorm, Ben Asleep. That being said, good night universe, and see you tomorrow, for a new episode of Reality.
Alexa, play The Cinematic Life by Santiago Pina.
Playing The Cinematic Life by Santiago Pina.
My life feels like rain dice. Got a rainbow colored Gucci link. Got this water on me like I am a sink. On my neck and eyes are locked. I run on my along the block. I am LP, paranormal, you don't know me. I got all this drip, got this water on me. When I'm on the block, the regular life stops. I don't know my clock, but I really shoot myself. Ay, I'm in my A, live the paranormal way. You know I don't play, got no bits for ladies spray. Ay, ooh, I'll be that paranormal block boy. I cannot be stopped, boy. Got you locked, boy. My last got you start, boy. Ooh. Ay. Surrounding me, as I call with all these eyes on me. It's just by the way I'm lunacy, always ready to on me. Hey, that's why I am a puppy. I sold all these shots myself, but you don't have no help. Swimming in this water like a Michael Phelps. Ooh, I got the chronic Gucci ring. As the answer that the rinse and turns out it's sweet. Man, I'm dripping, yeah, I ain't sipping lean, yeah. I don't say it cold at E, I say mint syrup, which I mean, tropical blackers would I be? I got all this ice on me, ay. I said to do what I see, and I see a boy P with his hands full of paper, boy, I am a dream chaser, ooh, I am a P, paranormal, you don't know me. I got all this drip, got this water on me. When I'm on the block, the regular life stops. I don't know the clock, but I really shoot myself, ay. I'm counting all this K. Live the paranormal way. Tactical west of me, mysteries all I see. I want to feel tropical cold feels. Live the paranormal way. Got no pistol, let it spray. Little medicines, what I say. LP is what I play. Ay. El boy del bloque.
wanted to be, the place I wanted to see. Cinematic eyes in a world full of lies. Cinematic eyes realize no lies. Cinematic eyes seem so nice, even if they're cold as ice. ACP on me, ayy, enjoy what I see, ayy. Virtual reality, my eyes white but I see. But it's different, ayy, my life is this way, ayy. Pull up to the scene, with my eyes all green, ayy. Paranormal way is the new wave. Cinematic gaze, disappears in the haze, all I see is tidal gaze, Electrolyte water is blue, all up in my wrist, ooh. When I see you, I see the dream you. Remember all the things that I've been through. Cinematic lifestyle, you just drive by, but I live in it. You know that I've seen it.